Hi, it's Shiboni here, extending a hearty welcome to you all to this episode of Daiji Global Pan Vision.
Today's episode is sponsored by Apurva Associates, Mangalore.
First, the top story. 2 Mangalorean priests die in a road crash near Allahabad. News headlines from the Middle East. Kainat Foundation honors Mangalorean girl Khadija Ruhi in Doha. Al Ain Aerobatic Show 2008 enthralled spectators in UAE. News headlines from Bangalore. FKCA Annual Awards presented to John De Silva, Albert De Souza and Albert Pereira. Here is what we have in our local news. An exclusive interview with Mangalorean Flavian Quadris, topper in All India level MHA exams. Islamic orator Yusuf Estes visits Mangalore, speaks on terrorism, Islam and the West. And in our entertainment bash, we have a song from Lorna's show held at Mangalore, a song from Wilson Oliveira Silver Jubilee Night, and a dance from Music Masti 2007 held at Brahmavar.
Apurva for Apt Lab.
News in detail. In a tragic accident, 2 Mangalorean priests, Father Michael De Souza and Father Oswald De Souza, serving in the Diocese of Allahabad, were killed on Monday, January 28th evening. Speaking to TV Daijiworld over the phone, Bishop Isidore Fernandez of Allahabad Diocese said that 42-year-old Father Michael De Souza and 50-year-old Father Oswald De Souza were coming to Bishop's house for a clergy recollection on a jeep. The accident occurred at Raigarh when the jeep in which they were travelling turned turtle thrice and the 2 priests died on the spot. Father Michael De Souza hailed from Moodubelle near Shirva in Udupi. He is survived by 3 brothers. Father Oswald De Souza, who hailed from Barimore near Bantwal, is survived by his father, brothers and sisters. The Kainat Foundation, an NGO affiliated to Indian Cultural Centre, honoured Urdu language toppers in the Central Education Board Secondary School Examination of 2007. And Khadija Ruhi from Mangalore was awarded the prize for the best performance in Urdu. The function held at Qatar Red Crescent Society on the eve of India's Republic Day celebration was marked by patriotic songs, mushairas and speeches by various dignitaries on the theme New Generation and Urdu. Khadija Ruhi from Mangalore was awarded the prize for best performance in Urdu. She was followed by Nadia Abdul Jalil of MES Indian School and Enam Tayyab of Ideal Indian School. Their teachers Amtul Aziz and Abdul Mahmood were also honoured. Urdu teachers from Shantiniketan School, Modern Indian School and Birla Public School were also recognised. The residents of UAE got a chance to see a breathtaking display of skills, aerobatics, para-jumping and drills during the Al Ain Aerobatic Show 2008. Thousands of people in UAE made it to the show to witness this rare event. Explosions, a flying lawn mower and girls dangling from the airplanes were just a few shockers at the Al Ain Aerobatic Show 2008. Tens of stunt planes from the world's oldest aerobatic aircraft to the most agile pair of wings today thundered over the otherwise sleeping city, spewing out multicolored smoke over the airstrip there. Thousands of spectators gasped as the team pilots crossed each other within a few feet at combined speeds upwards of 920 km per hour. A falcon trained by the UAE handlers received a standing ovation when it snatched a make-believe prey attached to a noisy remote-control miniature plane after chasing it at high speeds, maneuvering angles more twisted than spaghetti. Federation of Konkani Catholic Association consists of 14 Konkan Catholic associations based in Bangalore, Mysore and Chikmagalur. This decade-old association has been serving the Konkani Catholic community since its inception. Besides this, the Federation honors leading businessmen and other eminent personalities of the community with annual awards. This year's annual awards were presented at the Federation Day held on Sunday, January 27th in Bangalore. FKCA's Federation Day began with Holy Mass with Konkani Choir at St. Joseph's Indian High School grounds, celebrated by the Archbishop of Bangalore, Reverend Bernard Morris. Valerian Fernandez, chairman of the Federation, welcomed the gathering. Charles Combs, the secretary, presented the annual report, after which the award presentation ceremony was held. John De Silva was awarded Lifetime Achievement Award for his leading cooperative banking and social work. Entrepreneur of the Year Award was presented to Albert De Souza, Managing Director, Printania Offset Private Limited. Professional Excellence Award was conferred on Albert Pereira, the Executive Director, Oriental Bank of Commerce. Professor B.K. Chandrasekhar, Karnataka Legislative Council Chairman, inaugurated the program. Well, we have an exclusive interview with Flavian Quadris, who made all the Mangaloreans proud by topping the Rajiv Gandhi University of Health Sciences All India Medical Exams. So stay tuned to us. I'll be right back after this break.
ಮನುಷ್ಯನ ದಿನನಿತ್ಯದ ಅಗತ್ಯಗಳಿಗೆ ಆಸರೆ ಮನೆ. ಅದು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕನಸಿನ ಹಾಗಿರಬೇಕು. ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಹುಡುಕಾಟವೇ? ಬನ್ನಿ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕನಸನ್ನು ನನಸಾಗಿಸುವ ವಸತಿ ಗೃಹಗಳು ಇಲ್ಲಿವೆ.
ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಮನೆ ಬಾಲ್ಯದ ಕನಸಾಗಿತ್ತು, ಅಪೂರ್ವದಿಂದ ನನಸಾಗಿದೆ.
ಆಶೀಶ್, ಅಪೂರ್ವ, ಅಭಿನವ್, ಅಭಿಷೇಕ್, ಅಮೃತ ಇವುಗಳ ಸಾಲಿಗೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸೇರುತ್ತದೆ ಅನನ್ಯ, ಅದ್ವೈತ್.
Daijiworld anchor Flavian Quadris has made the city proud by bagging the first rank in Masters in Hospital Administration at the All India level exams conducted by Rajiv Gandhi University of Health Sciences. She did her Masters from city's Father Muller Institution. In an exclusive interview with TV Daijiworld, Flavian attributed her success to God and to her parents who have stayed with her in thick and thin.
It's a stupendous achievement for you. I know Flavian was very active. Flavian was not in the studies, she was doing her other activities also. She was busy with TV Daijiworld things, she was busy in the church choir, she was busy with departmental work. So all this work and your studies, how did you balance it well?
Well, right from a very early age, I've always believed that all work and no play makes anybody dull. So what I really thought that you should always have a balance of everything. When you talk about church activities, yes, I think working for the church choir, be it reading in church, Father Muller's chapel itself gives me a lot of fulfillment. So I think that was one place where I used to take a break. My priority was always studies, no doubt about it. But I always saw to it that doing these extracurricular activities, be it choir, be it reading, or be it emceeing events in Father Muller's, or even for that matter Daijiworld, it was always my sacrifice. The studies were never sacrificed. It was always that there was a balance of two.
You were born and brought up in Bombay. You completed your studies up to graduation in Bombay. Then all the way you came to Mangalore. So how was it possible to stay in a hostel away from your family? Surely there had been some homesickness initially.
Definitely.
To cope up with that and come here and secure that rank.
Well, yes, hostel life, as usual, everybody knows it's definitely not easy. There's a lot of homesickness. I think there are nights that I've sat up, cried, called my mother and said, I just want to be home. I wanted to study in my room, in my study table, just the way I've done it all my life. But well, I must say, I had a set of very good friends. They've been throughout my support, hungry pangs in the night. I've had Maggie cooked, hot chocolate. I've got like service up to my door, and all of them wanted me to achieve that, and they all helped me do it. So I think eventually, when today I look back, I think they've played a very big role. My parents talking to me for hours together, my family back home who've always been there. It's not been easy, especially living in a hostel, because you have time slots, you have a set of rules to follow.
Flavian, US has been a success story. Now, having attained that success, whom would you like to dedicate your success to?
Where I like to give the first credit to God, because I definitely think that without Him, I would not be able to write the papers the way I've written, because the papers were really tough. Unlike any other year, this year has been the toughest papers. So I still think that me achieving this, the first credit goes to him. Well, next is my family back home in Bombay, my mom, my dad, my brother and my sister-in-law. I think they have always been there for me anytime, day or night. So it's those two people. And there are a couple of people that I'd like to give thanks to at this point of time. One is Father Dennis Morris, the Vicar General of Mangalore Diocese. It's because of him that I decided to pursue this MHA in Father Muller's. It was he right at the beginning. Then Father Lawrence, who in my first year was the administrator of Father Muller's Medical College, and he has been a support throughout. And then again the management right now, Father Dennis, who has really helped, supported, encouraged my course coordinator and all the other professors of the faculty who have encouraged me that I can do it always, and I've done all of them proud.
Hospital administration is quite a new field. Relatively, it's a new field, and I think before 2 years it was still just getting in. And how did you land up hospital administration exactly? That's one thing. Then secondly, what was the motivation for you to take up this field and come all the way to Mangalore, as if there was no institution in Bombay, come here and do it?
Well, the story goes way back, right from my 12th standard, because I pursued initially to be a doctor, because at that point of time it was the in thing. You either become a doctor or you become an engineer. That was the two fields that people always wanted to go to. So situations and circumstances were not all that right, and I lost the seat just by 2 marks. That is also in my maths paper. Failing the 12th standard was very difficult, because I have never ever failed in my life, even in a single class test. So a board exam was absolutely difficult to take in. But then coming again, I just probably wanted to prove to myself that yes, the proverb of failure is the stepping stone to success could come true. And I never looked back from that day on. When it came to my graduation, I just continued studying and studying, just hard work. I just wanted to do it again.
Well, Flavian, now that you have been successful, you have achieved something in life, what are your future plans like? Where you want to continue, which line you want to continue? And apart from that, there's a question about, you have taken a relatively new field, and there are not many people taking it up. Do you feel the youth should take it up? Hospital administration, how important is it?
Well, my future plans, yes, as of now it's going to be to look out for a job and work in a hospital in Bombay. And that's going to be in the field of marketing and public relations of hospitals, because that's the field where my passion lies. And I have a mind full of creativity, where I feel like writing, creating slogans and taglines and things like that. So I'm going to continue in that field. And of course later on would be, in pipeline would be my PhD in the same field of marketing, but that is all later down the line. Well, as you said, it's right that hospital administration is a field which is just coming up. And I think that in the upcoming years, the whole healthcare, the sector by itself is doing really well. And it's a sector which is never going to die. And if you have the passion that you think you want to do something in the field of healthcare, but not being a mainstream medico, then I think this is the field. It's not going to be easy, because it's a field which is just coming to India, but I think it's going to go a long way. And one day you will definitely be like one of those top line corporate people working in a hospital. So it's the field today.
Okay, Flavian, thank you very much. Congratulations and all the best for your future. Do continue.
Thank you so much.
Yusuf Estes, an American convert to Islam and a chairman of the Muslim Foundation International, an organization dedicated to spreading message of Islam, was in Mangalore on Monday, January 28th. Islamic orator Yusuf Estes had come here on the invitation of South Karnataka Salafi movement, and he delivered a talk on terrorism, Islam and the West at Nehru Maidan on Sunday evening. Thousands gathered at Nehru Maidan on Monday, January 28th to listen to Yusuf Estes, the orator of Islam from the USA. He was in Mangalore to deliver a talk on terrorism, Islam and West, organized by the South Karnataka Salafi movement. Speaking on the occasion, Yusuf Estes opined that there is no such thing as terrorism in Islam. It is the responsibility of the Muslims to bring back the perverted people to the right path, he called for.
A feeling and a need for peace, a feeling and a need for a purpose, a feeling and a need to be wanted and needed. This is common to all human beings. We recognize that immediately as Muslims, and we acknowledge that all human beings are brothers and sisters to each other in humanity. According to the Quran, to the Bible, to Muslims, to Jews, to Christians, in fact, all of us are coming from the same source, which is Adam, the one true God, created Adam. From Adam, created his mate, and from those two, Allah brought forth many human beings, and He made us into different tribes, and He made us into different nations. The cause. What is the cause behind terrorism? If you understand terrorism is something that's done usually by a small group of people who are underfinanced, who are trying to get attention to their particular cause, so they use terror as a way to have you pay attention to what they're doing.
Dr. Abibul Rahman welcomed the gathering. That's all we have from our news desk.